Hello, Majson.
Hello there.
How are you doing?
I, myself or as the captain?
Whichever, both maybe.
Both. So, I'm happy. I like coming to Sweden, actually. I did a lot of business trips a year ago here, so I love this country.
Oh, lovely. Poland is a fantastic country too.
I guess so. I know. It's so yeah. Event is like really good here. I like the barbecue things that we just staying inside on the other side. So yeah, and we brought our team here. We got invited. So thank you for the invitation first of all. And then our team is mostly split in half. So we get 4 veteran players here. So myself and Kruker, you know us from the previous WTCs, and we have a couple of prospects, including one guy, Kolgar, who is playing Death Guard on our team. His first time as Team Poland main event. We actually found out that this guy is doing good Warhammer at the beginning of January this year.
Oh, so, wow!
So it's like a really fresh one on the team, and he's really like delivering estimations really good, so we're happy that we can bring him here, and I guess the team is also really chill out here.
Yeah, you seem to enjoy it, and it's been a fantastic match here between Sweden. We don't know who is the winner or if it's a draw, but it's close.
It's close. It's close. In the middle, I got like from the my coach, I got the estimation that we are losing a little bit, but I told him that I can't push, and no one could push, so there was no like captain's decision to make. Players need to deliver their scores, but now we are getting the close position, I guess.
And I mean, Poland has been such a dominant force in Warhammer 40k these last couple of years. In this spring season and after last WTC, where I guess was a bit of a disappointment maybe on your end, it seems like your team is shifting a bit. Like some of the players are not with you, some players are returning. You said, was it Kolgar who is a new player? Yeah. What's the current feeling for Team Poland as the captain?
As a captain, we noticed that after last years that we are missing the second line of players who are getting the veterans. So we are using all these events like ETC in Netherlands, Pyro Cup, Nordic Masters, and also Alpine Cup to basically test out and build the second line of players. Unfortunately, some of our veterans already knew that they won't join the WTC this year. So Duda, Ghetto, Pumba and Typhus they're out of the team for this year. So we needed to replace them somehow. We got a couple of returning players. So Wujek Dupek, or in English it's translated to Uncle Asshole. Just don't ask me about the story behind. So we got a couple of veterans. Golonka, who's I think he's our best player right now. Vlad is returning on the team probably as well. So we'll have like strong veteran lines, but we are missing like 2 spots that we'll fill out with our new guys, basically.
So I mean, as you said, both Pumba and Typhus, 2 of the more faces of Polish 40k, is not in this year's lineup. Could you say that maybe that could be some strange advantage in the way that with the successes you have had, they of course impacted your teams, how you pair and all those parts, and now with some of the legendary players like yourself, Kruker and others, now can take their spots and it's a different Polish 40k, or would you say it's the traditional 40k we play from Poland?
I think it's more like the traditional vibe, because the vibe in Poland, basically in the tournaments, is that we are playing only competitive and we are focusing on teams. So this didn't change. We are not playing the singles, as you might notice, because we don't have many Polish players on the top singles tournament in Europe. We are focusing strictly on teams and building the team composition that works for teams. So, and that's why 100% of our effort is put on the So that's the traditional Polish like approach, and we didn't change that. So I think it pays off. The thing is that being in competitive for many years, like in a row, just overwhelms you, and all of us got like private life to live as well. So guys are getting tired after a couple of years.
When did you start to compete in 40k?
In 40k, it's 5 years ago, something like that. I'm playing 40k since like 5th edition, but I was not doing competitive until 8th. So beginning of 8th, I was convinced to try, and basically now a couple of years later, I'm tired.
But it's amazing what you say in the way of how 40k have changed, and I think that for sure Poland and France are two nations that are extremely strong, and they are also very focused on the teams segment. And of course, when it comes to WTCs and all these national teams is the way to play. But would you also say that you think that what Poland and France have done right, you see other countries probably also will go more into teams overall, or what is your predictions on this one?
I think that many countries put their focus on teams right now. The best example, I think, is in Europe, at least, is Germany, who after the last WTC opened up for all events, and my prediction is they will be really strong, much stronger this year than they were a couple of years. For the last couple of years, because they are strictly focusing on teams, building the team, and arriving in all events. So these events like Nordic Master, I think like they build up the team atmosphere, and that's why most of the teams are basically switching the focus from singles to such activities.
Yeah, I mean, Germany is a very interesting team for sure, as they've been such a dominant force throughout almost all history.
Yep.
But these last couple of years haven't really gone their way. And as you say, they have some not only star players, but it seems like the team spirit seems to be really strong within the team. So
yeah, you can feel the change, basically. Standing around them, you can feel the change in my opinion, in a positive direction, and this team will be strong.
But how is it? Sorry, as I'm somewhat new into 40k. Like, were you the captain of last year's policy? That was Pumba who was.
Pumba was the captain, and myself as the only returning selector. I told the guys that I'm not doing all the things. So basically, we have a selector team, which is mostly new. Two of the selector guys are with me, so Cascader and Marish. So two of the free selectors. Victor, who was our Custodes player from the winning year of WTC, is also the selector, and I'm helping them basically being the captain and being the point of contact for the Europe. So my strict focus is basically being the captain, not actually doing team selection by itself.
Yeah, I mean, team selection is big. I know Team Poland also love pairings, and somehow you always come out with some out-of-the-box part. I think you're the only ones bringing Tau for this one.
Yeah.
World Eaters, most likely a pretty good selection.
Yeah, but different take.
Take.
Not the standard, because we all know how Berserker Warband works, and we are playtesting the other thing.
And then also Dark Angels, and in this match versus Sweden was not the best for Dark Angels, but you always find different lists. Do you enjoy that, or is that the way you think that you can beat others?
I think this is the way to the 40k is like the current state of 40k is somehow interesting, because we have a peak of the edition. So we'll have the WTC with the most like the biggest rule set available. We have a lot of options, and the metagame, in my opinion, is pretty much balanced. So you can always find an answer to something, and right now it's really hard to distinguish like these are the top 8 factions. And the thing that will matter will be basically how you can predict the scores. If you can find out 1 or 2 lists that are out of the box, you can basically not only make a challenge for the opponents in the WTC, but also in the preparation phase. We all got like limited resources.
Yeah.
And you can't target 10 teams, because the probably the overall skill level and the power level of the teams are getting bigger and bigger.
It's crazy how much the development is right now in the 40k.
Yes, it's the teams. There's no like power horse, and then differences are like little smaller and smaller. Teams like you can see Netherlands, Denmark, Belgium, who are evolving and can stand the challenge against the top teams. So it's not easy anymore.
No, and Denmark did a draw against you guys. I know it was with 1 point or something like
Yeah.
that, but they seem to really have picked up there, as they are a seed-free team, I think.
Yes.
It seems like they are trending upwards, which is also exciting.
Yes, that's and it's actually fun to watch the seed levels for the teams and how the teams evolve and jump to one another. So that's kind of interesting too. I like statistics. So.
Yeah, I think many in the Warhammer 40k community love statistics. We did touch it before, but I'm going to try to ask a bit of a tricky question for you. And that is, with star players, for example, like Skark and Kruker, also seems to be maybe they have their way of playing 40k. Is that like an advantage or disadvantage or both as a captain? Because I guess maybe you need, like they say Kruker from last WTC with the Space Wolves, maybe your team needed to cater a lot for him, and for Skark, it's maybe easier. He will just shoot with whatever he shoots the best with.
Yes.
But is that good or bad?
I think it's both, basically, because I think we can develop with, as Skark example, we can probably invent the best gun lane possible in 40k, statistic-wise, but he's like tied up to this one playstyle. So in case, because we are not a big community, we have like, as I said, we are developing the second line of players. And the thing is, if the current metagame is not aligned and does not allow the gun lanes themselves, then there is a problem, because either we just drop our star player from the team, which is a bad solution, or we do something that's suboptimal in the team composition, and that was the case from the last WTC, for example. We took the gun lane, and gun lanes were not optimal.
It was a bit of a melee meta at that point, maybe.
I mean the tables themselves they changed a little, but there were 3 tables that allowed the gun lane to shoot, basically, from each set of the tables. And if you knew, basically, to guarantee that table was the only option to play was to play the gun lane from the first defender, because you roll off who picks the first table after you select the first defender, so you don't know the order that things will happen, and this makes basically the opponent prediction. Okay, and 40k is also, especially with the challenger card right now and secret missions before, you can just not play Warhammer. You can just sit
Point
down.
hammer.
I'm really holding this my home objective, and this expansion objective, maybe I'm sticking to that too. Score 7-8 points, and this is the worst case scenario. So you sometimes in the pairing process you can put 2 like your non-scoring factions that got a lot of reds on the zeros on the matrix, and put it into the gun lane or something suboptimal. I'll score 7-8. I'm fine.
Yeah.
So that's the reason, basically, that there's a problem with like players that are like strictly focused on one playstyle, which currently doesn't fit in the metagame or the state of the game. That's kind of a challenge.
It's a fantastic answer, and thank you so much for that insight. Also need to ask a little bit about the current meta, and like, is it too much happening right now? It's like Codex X every second week. Is a new mission pack? Is a slate that's really coming soon? Or is it just fun that it's so much happening? Because the game is in a really good state, and it seems like the new things are adding some more spices, but maybe not destroying. Or is it just, come on, it's too much now?
I think it's too much.
It's too much.
I think it's too much to sustain this only as a hobby. At least for me, with somehow limited time. You need to have a lot of free time to be like 100% ready with the metagame. It's actually good that we have all the releases coming not late June but late May or early June, so we'll have a little bit more time. But I guess it's not possible right now to test everything.
No.
And the process of the team preparation beforehand, including the community support, is like also a really important factor in that. So, from my opinion, because I know my approach, I can like get super excited to a level, and if it goes above this level, I'm like overwhelmed, and no, I don't want to do that. I will force myself, but it's not fun anymore. I think it's a little bit too much.
Yeah. So this summer it will be bittersweet in the way there will just be too much commitment, too much time. and then you almost be happy when it's done, but you still love it.
Yeah. I'm still in there. So, yeah. It's still the best game, like miniature war game available in terms of the community and the people around. So yeah.
100%. Any final words for the Polish audience, the global 40k audience, maybe the people at home in Sweden?
So, yeah, come play Team 40k, I guess. If you haven't tried team events, try it. Especially like in Poland, I would say.
Yeah.
Because teams are so much more fun than just singles.
Thank you so much, and for everything you're doing for the 40k. Good luck also in the last match here.
Thank you.